So I had a pretty cool weekend. Polaris 27 was on in Cardiff. Huge welterweight Grand Prix, guys like Joseph Chen, PJ Barch, Levi Jones-Leary, and of course the main event was Ffion Davies taking on Brianna Ste Marie. And I was lucky enough to get to attend as media. I got this lovely little plastic thing to let me go to anywhere I wanted. I went backstage, mat side, into the warm-up rooms, had a chat with everyone, got some really cool footage, and got to interview some of my favorite grapplers in the world. So throughout the week, I will be putting out those interviews and trying to break down the matches that they had. First of all, an interview with Ffion Davies. I am here with a victorious Ffion Davies at Polaris after a match against Brianna Ste Marie, your second match against Brianna Ste Marie. What has changed since that match 2 years ago at ADCC?
I think for both of us, our games have developed a lot, and she's someone who is like a chameleon in that she's always developing, and that was like a really exciting thing for me because you find a lot of people sort of stay in their games. They don't really, not develop, but like they're, if they're good at like X guard, they're playing X guard. You know that's gonna happen. Someone's doing well at that.
Someone's doing very well, but you did well first.
Thanks. But I knew that she would come in with like a new game, so I was quite ready for that. I didn't know what she was going to come in with, but I decided to focus on myself rather than obsessing about what she was going to do.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to have paid off. I mean, it was a great match to watch. It was competitive at the beginning, and you slowly just started to build up and take over, and you had submission attempts from everywhere. You had footlocks going on, you had an armbar at the end, and then a Tariqa Plata that you looked really upset you didn't finish it.
I've never done one in a competition, but I do it all the time in training, and I was like, is it gonna happen? And I looked, it's 10 seconds left. I was like, she's not gonna tap to that. Like I felt good with the footlocks. I legit thought they were kind of on. I don't know if she agrees. Maybe she was kind of just like, I was like, okay, well, you're not feeling that, but I feel like you should, but you're not. So
speaking of people reacting to footlocks, like you looked stressed when you were putting submissions on, but when she ripped a heel hook standing on you, you just nothing, absolutely nothing.
Just because there was no control on the knee, so I knew that it wasn't gonna. And I'm quite flexible, so I do a bit of yoga. So.
Now I have to ask, how does it feel? Obviously, you have competed in Wales before, being Welsh, but this is your first Polaris in Wales. This is probably the first time you've competed as the GOAT. Oh yeah, let's go there. I'm gonna say that you're the best female grappler in the world right now, and you get to compete and main event in front of a hometown crowd and your mom and dad.
I know.
How does that feel?
Really happy. I was like, I cannot do a silent car journey home. I can't put them through that. So really delighted with that. I saw them in the crowd. I was like, I cannannot let them down. They don't know what's happening, but they know I need to win. And also they're probably very confused because me on bottom. They're probably like, how is she winning if she's on the bottom? Because they used to watch me doing judo, so they were probably a bit confused, but supportive.
Confused but supportive, that's how we like our parents. And I normally would ask you, what's next for you? Where are you going? Obviously, you've been all around the world. You're doing seminars. You're doing women-only seminars in Portugal. You're competing everywhere. But I heard you say you're competing in 2 weeks in Australia?
I am, yes. I am going to Australia, Monday. I'm going to Australia Monday, and then I compete in like 2 weeks in subversion. Yeah.
So you're not slowing down and then moving on, but obviously ADCC. And that's obviously the big goal. What else is coming up for you?
I have ADXC, so I have a show. I don't have a confirmed match yet, but the goal is to fight in May as well. And then I'm deciding if I'm doing Gi Worlds in June. There's just a lot of super fights I get offered, and I'm like, which is fantastic. And I just want to really seize those opportunities. And Gi Worlds is there every year, so I'm kind of like, I might dip out of it this year and then go back into it next year kind of thing. But I'm still deciding. I'm never going to say 100%.
Yeah.
Keep them on their toes.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for being awesome. Ffion Davies. She's still the best.